These are all henchman indicators on the mini map, so they might have this home free as well.
I think they do, but again, the danger lurks. It's Slurpy Swamps. It's Kiriachi and Letwick and how many times they've pushed them, but I have also done that because they got the rig. Anas and Ibuhai have dominated in retail row for such a long time, week after week. I can't tell who they're fighting off against here. The nameplates are off, but they're contested. See if they can clean this up. A nice start, a really nice start from Anas, but then that player comes in, Ibuhai on the slip, right on the side, and they take out Kezix and Yagsu, which was a repeat of week 1 or the warm-ups, which I can't remember. I believe they kept them to 0 points. I believe it was Leo JT on the other side. And now they're out of here looking for position, but ammunition, heavy bullets, looking like it could be an issue. Styler taking out Bad Sniper, who's part of Nyrox's team. And they've played well, winning one of the Sunday final games, and one of the 6, and Alex and Nate are one of the 6 teams competing today that have played in every single grand finals. Kiriachi and Letwick, Siberia, and Putro the same way, as well as Stormy Rights. He's coming down the hill, and it is going to be tags, and it's big tags, waking down to 54 HP. Thankfully, he has the shield to be able to overtake this heat seat. Now questioning whether he wants to push this. They know it's a full duo. Even splits the Slurpfish to get back up to 200 HP before moving forward.
Can they even push this the way the zone's coming in? If they start going up and get hindered, get stopped, there it is, they drop down instead. It's going to be so much harder to move over. I think has almost tried to hold up there on that last zone. Now have to move towards the grotto, which if they make the wrong decision, they could be trapped underground. Here's Wolfies and Lecce all the way back, with some other people still having trouble getting out of Lazy Lake. Now they're in a box fight, and the action starts.
And it's with Kiriachi and Letwick that they're fighting, and we saw the first 2 games of week 4 where they tried to push their way to Slurpy Swamps. Letwick and Kiriachi said no, they dominated them, they forced them out. Oh, but it's the different way this time. Wolfies responds quickly onto Letwick, and Kiriachi now needs to defend.
Last time they were knocking on the door, but this time in a box fight, Wolfies and Lecce are right at home, and their aim looks so good as well. Letwick crawling away. We'll see if Wolfies can get in and try to finish this from the right angle. Have to remember, none of these builds are his right now. He can only control the middle build piece. Lecce now trapped on the left side of the ramp. Can Kiriachi get that 1v2 off? He has to. No chance for a revive. Lecce with the big tag. Wolfies following through with support. Kiriachi's on the back end. Is this the end for the momentum in game 1? For Kiriachi and Letwick? He tries to escape, they just want the loot and they get out.
Magic, so they leave and they look back, possibly for more opportunities. There's a team in front of them as well. They're setting up the beams, but they have to rotate through that big community. At retail row, Wolfies takes out Rayed from behind and now has another possible potential for a good refresh going into this 3rd circle.
You got to remember, although it's changing up for Wolfies and Lecce, it's looking good. They're leaving solos behind while this half and half zone is about to start. That's going to make things so much more random for all these other duos, planning things around 2 people, when it's just one psycho looking for maybe just 1 point to make sure this game actually counts. So now the server gets that much more dangerous. Now every rotation is that much more surprising. See if the clutch comes in again.
Ooh, good switch from Clement and Kaizen with the RPG heavy snipe combo. They don't spend the time to reload the heavy sniper, but they make it work with the epic AR anyways. And that's what you want to do, is you want to switch up the walls that you're targeting with that RPG so that the players have to make a guess on how to move. Even distribution of rotation coming in from the side. It's Stormy Right and Fury against Aqua and Stompy, and Aqua has left his teammate Stompy. Thank goodness that Aqua has the mythic loot here. He can still make this work, but a team that you don't want to mess with. Stormy Right and his teammates, Legendary, who did very, very well in heat number 1. Now take out somebody's favorite. Oh my goodness, he goes straight in the box with the harpoon gun, and it's a different player entirely. Tacky. It could be this duo as they pick up the Brutish drum gun. Ballatw and Toos also in the mix in a box fight. As they're used to seeing them, they've got the agency loot, and they do make it work, finally. No trades from a team that we tune in with, but Nate is still on that wall, and Ballatw still getting pressured. Toos has got to get back with him.
I don't think we'll see that much of pressure coming on this duo. It'll just be relieved. But so many people are now kind of boxed up together. I see two different spaces on different sides of the map. Right now, we get a big overview of what the map kind of looks like. Buhai and Anas are on height, potentially could have ultimate height as well. Here's their POV looking down on the rest of the server. There's Snappy, no shields available.
We'll see what they managed to pull out with the harpoon. You saw Buhai frantically grabbing something, but no match splits, which is definitely what we wanted to see. Oh, there was a match split. And they get back up to 100 builds on each, I believe. No, it's going to be a full one here. And it is going to be basically that. And they get 6 zone 2. It pulls back in the other direction, this congested side that will always be. They're going to tunnel out a little bit towards it. And you said they do have possibilities for height. They might be one of the highest teams, but how long does that last? They try to sneak an RPG into a build that's also doing the same thing. Sometimes you can catch people off guard because they go back into where the build was fully built already.
I feel like this entire high community might already be caught off guard. This zone actually falling off this mountain. We know how deceptive height can be in that situation. You don't have the same advantages. You don't get to have the same time to beam. You spend more time waterfalling. Right now, Bella EU, the waterfalls roll down his cheeks as he cries in zone. Styler, Maestro. 6 eliminations already, might find their 7th here. There's a launch pad. Can he get the beam right before it? He does. Perfect timing by Styler. And now him and Maestro control their side of the map. They get a launch pad off late. Perfect timing. Good game plan. Where will they land though, as height has to fall?
It's Queasy and Trulex who are on height right now. A lot of teams definitely lurking in the background of this 6 zone, as it still is fairly wide. It gives them the opportunity. They do have a minigun, and I hear another one as well that's pressuring at the same time. They're going to force the Nas and Buhai down. Good layer control, but look how high they are, and as the RPGs start to rain out, I wonder if it's a little dangerous to stay up this high. The next zone will determine a lot, though.
And right now, even though Queasy and Trulex do have height, that minigun ammo is running up short, so they have to choose exactly where they want to pressure. Ultimately, though, they will get that launch pad down. Height moves even further off to the beach. We're now touring with Wise. We saw Raid before it gets sprayed off by Wolfies. He's going to be playing solo, still surviving to this point, running out of mats, though, and now needs to fall all the way down on other people's builds.
And he does find himself in a no-mat situation, looking for opportunities to find any eliminations. He drops in the back where Stormy Right is there, and he takes him out in the good old shotgun fight, tack against tack, and wins that. And still no materials, though. He's going to go back on the back of Maestro, who falls, but not before he falls himself. Queasy and Trulex are still maintaining this height and could be our winners after everything. Primsy down on low with 5 eliminations. He's got a flopper. Sweezy goes in, and he takes him out. Primsy now against Rezon. And it's not going to be enough, even though he gets a nice big tack. He's too low HP, and the storm is going to overwhelm him. Floppers now for Rezon.
The leaderboards look so close. Every duo we're tuning in with above 6, above 7 eliminations. Can that top 20 be that heavy right now? Mexi and Varrock still surviving on low ground, had a position of opposite height, so being here, having that bounce back, so impressive. Trulex on height as well, controlling it multiple times. Oh my god, they're getting pressured. It's almost there.
And we saw their big base in 5th zone. This is a setup that you definitely want to see. Mexi and Varrox played so well in so many places, but this could be a 2 versus 2 with Queasy and Trulex on height against Mexi and Varrox. If they can wipe down this low ground now is the question. Still a lot of different teams up, I believe now. 2v2, v2, v1. If I'm doing the math right, yes it is. Mexi and Varrox, one of those teams.
All the eggs in Queasy and Trulex's basket, because no matter where this zone goes, height is always going to be at an advantage, and the game could straight up just end if it goes back right up to that mountain. or above a hill that Verox and Mexi can't climb with. It's a big box fight though all the way at the end. Mexi goes down. It's all up to Verox to survive. He gets the trade onto Artor, still surviving RPGs as Raxo goes down. The minigun pressure finally here at the very end. Recon is up, last surviving in this box. Can he get that big heal? And he does to secure it out, but Trulex and Queasy hold up on height.
Are going to be able to actually contest towards the top. It's only a 1-point battle.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about how many people we saw having eliminations. Even though they did win out the game, they got that extra 3 points of placement.